Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the 37th video of my Mass Effect Legendary Edition series. In the last video we went to the colony Horizon and tried to prevent a collector attack. We didn't manage to prevent it, but we did manage to save some of the colonists from being kidnapped. We also met Ashley Williams there for the first time since Mass Effect 1, and she was not thrilled that we were working with Cerberus. So, anyway though, we are going to use this video to kind of clean up a lot of the systems that we've been through recently. Specifically the systems that we went to for the Firewalker DLC, the systems that we went to back in the video on recruiting the Warlord, back in the Eagle Nebula, and actually here in this system where Horizon is. So, let's get to it. We've been leaving behind a lot of systems that haven't really been fully explored, so we're going to take care of that before we move on to new content that will leave behind systems that haven't been fully explored. So again, here's Horizon, but we didn't actually read about it last time. Horizon, a temperate world that has hit the sweet spot for carbon-based life. Horizon has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere maintained by abundant indigenous photosynthetic plants and bacteria. While the native plants are not very palatable to humans, the soil conditions are such that a handful of introduced Earth species have flourished, and the colonists must take strict care to prevent ecological disasters. Genetically engineered Terminator seeds that grow nutritious but sterile crops to minimize outbreaks are the rule rather than the exception. Animals on Horizon appear to be exploding in diversity, similar to Earth's Cambrian period. Large flying insect analogs take advantage of the thicker-than-Earth atmosphere and low gravity to grow enormous. Microbial life has proven relatively benign. A series of vaccinations for the most virulent strains of soil-borne diseases is all that's required for a visit. Population 654,390. Colony founded in 2168 with a capital of Discovery. That's actually, I think it's 2183 or something like that. So it hasn't been that long. That's a pretty large colony for being as old as it is. But of course, given that it is on a garden world, that makes sense that they would grow to be that big that quickly. Let's see if there's anything else here. No. Twice the distance of Earth from the sun, but my guess is that this is a warmer sun. Then we have, 1.5 times the atmosphere, a little over 1.5. Surface temperature, I think, is about the same. Gravity's a little bit lower. Okay. And so they're saying that it has a thicker than average atmosphere. Yep. And so that's one of the things where back in Earth's history, before the oxygen levels actually got reduced, there was some point where I think it was something like 20% produced by all the carboniferous plants, and you had like spiders the size of house cats, which is terrifying to consider, but I guess that's what we're looking at here on Horizon. So while it seems like it's a very nice planet, I'm not sure that I'd want to visit a place that's like this. So anyway, not a big fan of bugs. Let's see. Let's go to the innermost one and we'll go outward after that. Venture, a pressure cooker of a planet, Venture's thick nitrogen-based atmosphere is also a source of wealth for a small colonist industry. While Venture's high temperatures are brutal, the primordial soup is not as acidic as on other hothouse planets, and xenon can be readily collected and isolated from the lower troposphere by recovery bots. This xenon is then sold for use in ion drives and some electric lights. Xenon glows white when you run electric current through it. Venture's gravity is relatively low for a planet of its size, making the recovery more economical than would otherwise be expected. Okay, let's scan it and I will bring you back. Okay, so Venture had 4,534 Iridium, 5,524 Platinum, and 11,539 Palladium. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I realized that we didn't actually fully fill up on probes before coming here, and it looks like there's not a fuel depot here, which sucks because I'm down to 8 probes, and there's still 2 planets left. Let's take a look at this one. Prospect. Prospect is a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant with 13 known moons, most of which seem to have dense heavy metal deposits on first scan, starting a resource rush by the colonists from nearby Horizon. In a tragic turn of events, a galactic uranium surplus drove half of the mining firms out of business, and the surface of the moons are littered with the bodies of the executives who committed suicide by airlock. Today's mining corporations have reached a much more palatable equilibrium and hold more diversified and sustainable portfolios. Prospect is within the frost line of the solar system, where ice giants do not normally form. For this reason, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Ooh, man, that is rough. About the executives committing suicide by airlock. Okay, let's start scanning. I'll bring you back. One thing I wanted to show you real quick, because in the middle of scanning this, is how much faster the scanner moves now that I have that scanner upgrade. Look at that. Now let me show you that compared to some older footage of me scanning. So yeah, I used to have to drag it repeatedly, like across like the entirety of the length of the mouse pad here, and yes, you have to use a mouse pad because of the texture of my desk. But now I can just a full thing across the mouse pad actually takes me all the way around the planet almost. So, much better situation. Alright, so Prospect had 1,347 element 0, 2,703 iridium, 2,870 platinum, and 2,722 palladium. So, I also bought more probes. So, let's get to the last planet. Watchman. Perched on the outer edge of Aera's small solar system, Watchman is a mid-sized rock and ice planet that has picked up a dozen moon-sized objects. Its nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere is too thin to support life, with solid ice covering its calcium-heavy rocky core. Footprints of the first surveying teams to come to the planet can still be seen on its practically airless surface. The planet, devoid of valuable resources, has seen few visitors since. Let's get to scanning. And it says it's devoid of valuable resources. Well, it says moderate, so actually that is pretty low for devoid. Although gas giants typically show up as poor. And I think actually when you're scanning gas giants, the reason that you actually find points that you can hit is effectively it's their way of saying like, oh, you look, you just found a load of materials on a moon, because it's not like you're actually mining a gas giant. Anyway, I'll bring you back. Alright, so Watchman had 6,870 iridium, 476 platinum, 3,164 palladium. Alright. Let's leave this world behind. And this system behind. We are done in Aera and the Shadow Sea Nebula cluster, whatever we want to call it. Okay, so there are multiple other systems we're going to go to. We're not going all the way over to the Crescent Nebula. I'm looking forward to that very much so, because Ilium is an awesome world. Looking forward to showing you all that. But for now, we're going to finish up places like Hawking Etta, Kaelston Rift, the Phoenix Massing, and the Hades Nexus. Why don't we actually start out in the Hades Nexus? It's the farthest out. Okay, so we finished Hecate last time and Hoplos, but we still have Pamyat, or however we want to pronounce that. Actually, I need more probes. I'm not jumping... Actually, okay, and here's another little fun tip to show you. We came in this way because the ship was facing this way out in the, like, cluster view. See this? Now that I'm facing down to the south and west, if I enter the system, I'm at the north and east. Again, so if I come out, and here I'm facing north and east, I come in from the south and west. If I come in from the south and east, I'm at the south and east side. See how that works? Very useful for making sure that you come in on the proper side of the system to get to the fuel depot, mass relay, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's buy some probes, some fuel, and let's get out to the Pamyat system. Oh, and Sheol as well. Why not here first? Alright, so we got an asteroid belt and looks like 3 planets. I don't see anything in the asteroid belt. Sometimes I think you can see like a little twinkling if there's something there, but I don't see anything here. Let's start with the innermost one. Kemerov. First charted by the Asari but colonized by humans, the Pamyat system is home to Kemerov, an Earth-sized body near the star. It has little atmosphere to speak of, but it has not stopped exploration by robo-miners who have discovered iridium in the planet's crust. So we're probably going to find a lot of iridium here. Okay, let's get a scanning and I will bring you back. Alright, so Komarov had 18,762 iridium, so indeed a lot of iridium. It had 1,697 platinum and 3,568 palladium. Okay. Up to the next one. Let's see what that is. Oh, there is something else here in the system, because we're only at 25%. So I wonder it's... Oh, there it is, right up there in the outer part of the asteroid belt. Dobrovolsky, another near-Earth-sized rock planet without much of an atmosphere to speak of, Dobrovolsky is home to the Altai Mineral Works, a local extraction company noted for its success in easel refining. The planet itself provides aluminum for local fabricators, which are churning out habitats at an astonishing rate for a system that has no garden planets. With its ore supply coming all the way from the Sheol system, Dobrovolsky is held up as proof of the miner's cliché, where there's EZO, there's an economy. Alright. Let's see if there is EZO here. I'll bring you back. Alright, so Dobrovolsky had 5,394 element 0, 11,320 iridium, 6,595 platinum, and 5,555 palladium. I had to go get more probes, but we should be good to go for the rest of the system. I hope, at least. Okay, what's this one? Patsayev. A rock planet encased in frozen oceans, Petseyev is notable for the largest written message ever created by a human being. Andrei Kobzar, a disgruntled miner whose fortunes were spent prospecting for EZO, used the mass accelerator cannon of a local mercenary group's A-61 Mantis gunship to carve a 208-kilometer-long message in the ice saying, "Zdez nichivyo net," Russian for "there's nothing here." The message can be easily seen from space. Ironically, the message itself, intended to discourage future colonists, now draws small tourist crowds. I will bring you back. Alright, so Petseyev had 4,013 iridium, 12,487 platinum, and 4,477 palladium. One more planet to go, and it's whatever this little tiny thing is out here. Volkov. A dwarf planet, Volkov has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and krypton. Home to a thriving iridium mining community, Volkov's reputation is summed up as rich but dangerous. Pirates often lurk behind Volkov's two moonlets, Zinovevia and Elena, and cripple freighters leaving the atmosphere. To make matters worse, Volkov sits in the Chazov Belt, a field of asteroids and other small bodies, which leads to frequent meteor strikes on the planet. Meteor-related casualties remain rare, but on Volkov the chances of such a death are high enough that they are factored into insurance premiums. Population 3,800, and I will bring you back. Okay, so Volkov had 17,765 iridium, 3,348 platinum, and 3,113 palladium. Alright, so we're done now in the Palmiot system, but we still have one more system to go to. No, you know what, I'm gonna get more probes. I was thinking we could just head right on over there, but I only had 5 probes left, so that wouldn't really have made much sense. Here we go. And it looks like maybe one? Yeah, it looks like one planet. Okay.
I have detected an anomaly.
A nearly atmosphere-less, tidally locked planet orbiting a red dwarf star, Gaiamon was the first place human explorers discovered a dedicated Prothean burial site. While a few sites were saved for posterity, Eldfil Echelon Mining successfully lobbied to scout the rest of the planet for element 0. As soon as the embroiled in the scandal, the mining teams are looting grave sites, searching for EZO along with the treasures, or the so-called symmetry business. The mining teams remain on the planet, prospecting the unclaimed territory and taking their ore with travel advisory. Armed conflicts have broken out between the miners and scientists staking claims to the Prothean ruins. Visitors are asked to employ security while exploring unknown regions of the planet. Population 11,503. Okay, well, interesting. It has a habitable zone and an uninhabitable zone with significantly different temperatures. Alright, I'll bring you back. Oh. What is this?
Scans have found something.
Okay, anomaly detected. Surface scans show evidence of a shipwreck meeting Quarian design specifications. Identity of the ship is unknown. Number of life signs detected in vicinity uncertain. Local wildlife may interfere with the accuracy of the biological scan. Well, we will land here in just a minute, but I'm going to scan this and we will get to that in just a second. Alright, so Gaianom had 6,292 element 0, 6,494 iridium, 4,186 platinum, 12,597 palladium. Alright, let's land. Kind of wish we had Tally with us, but unfortunately we don't have her yet. It's a Quarian ship.
Quarian life sign in your location. Judging by the suit's erratic readings, Quarian is badly injured. I am also detecting multiple native life signs near your landing site.
Okay, we got personal logs. We managed to escape the Geth's notice thanks to some clever work in silencing Siniad's engines, but the strain on the old ship was too much. The best we can hope for is to find a friendly spot somewhere in the shale system. Our reports show that this isn't extremely likely. We were nervous scouting this close to the Perseus Veil, and we were right to be. At this point, I'm afraid we might never see the fleet again. With everything the Siniad has been through, it seems like an ignoble end. The landing was rough, but we managed to salvage from the wreckage the things we'd need to survive. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Commander Gorlat didn't make it, leaving me the senior officer in charge. We've scouted the landscape and found the planet to be extremely hostile. We don't dare remove our environment suits here. We're all hoping to be rescued before there's any danger of exposure. I don't know who or what is taking them, but we've now lost more than half the crew who survived the crash. We hope to build a camp here, to survive until the Udana found our beacon, but something is hunting us. I have to keep the crew together the best I can. We will send out a search party when the day comes. I will find my crew and we will do whatever it takes to return to the Edena. Okay. Anything else here? Medkit. Some metagel there. Refined palladium. 2,000 palladium. Okay, let's get up here and into finding this last quarian. Oh, man. Forzan Vas Edena.
Quarian life signs are stabilized. I recommend securing the area in preparation for shuttle extraction.
Okay.
Ambush incoming.
First time to use grunt in combat. Varians seem to be everywhere. I wonder if they were brought in as like some sort of game animal for people to hunt. Or maybe released accidentally. Whoa, guys. Keep watching the quarry and don't let him get through there.
Got you!
There's another one. Okay, he's down. Looks like we got here just in time. Oh. Heard something.
Impact shot.
Oh, okay. Do we just get on the ship
been
now?
spotted.
Nope.
One more.
Do we have to carry him, or do we just go to the ship? I think we just board the shuttle. Is that it?
One sec.
A lot of Varen. There we go.
Coordinates received. Edena inbound for pickup. You've done us a great service. Expect to hear from the captain.
Found an extracted Quarian survivor. Notified Edena of Siniad's scout ship location. 125 experience, 7,500 credits, and 2,000 palladium. Okay, let's check our email.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Figured I would've. The Siniad, thank you. From Captain Ishan Mal Vas Edena. Commander Shepard, please accept my sincere appreciation for your efforts in locating the wreckage of the Siniad. That ship has a storied history with both the migrant fleet and Cerberus, and we are pleased to know that her wreckage can be salvaged by my people. In finding and stabilizing Lieutenant Forzan, you have returned to the flotilla one of her newest and most honored heroes. Your efforts in furthering the Quarian search for a new homeworld will be remembered. Okay. An important request from Mr. Ganek Edgel, Esquire. Dear Sir and Madam, having consulted with my colleagues at the Citadel, I have the privilege to request for your assistance to transfer a large quantity of Prothean technology uncovered at Ilos. Believing these materials to be a hazardous danger, they were locked in quarantine. Even though the test revealed that the fears were groundless, the quarantine remains in effect until one can pay for a permit to request a reclassification from the Cultural Ministry. Knowing of your interest in Prothean technology, I would be happy to deliver most of it into your hands, keeping less than half for myself. As a Batarian, I cannot engage in Council official activities, but if you transfer the 20,000 credits required to me, this exchange could be made in your name, enabling us both to profit from this happy accident. Please reply urgently with your credit transfer account information. Best regards, Ganek Edgel. Well, seems that there's a Batarian prince scheme in the email of the Mass Effect universe. Well, let's get back to the galaxy map. Okay, so we have now actually finished the entirety of the Hades Nexus cluster here. So, up next, let's see where we're going to go. First of all, we're going to need to buy more fuel and probes. Okay. Let's see, how about we head on over to the Phoenix Massing. I did that before I remembered. Phoenix Massing, we're actually going to come here for the Project Overlord stuff, and Typhons, we're not actually going to fully complete this one, but we may as well do the Salahil system stuff. Okay, looks like one planet. Akuna. First discovered by the Quarians at the turn of the century, Akuna is habitable, but a second-tier choice for most species. Circling an orange sun, Akuna averages below freezing temperatures. This led development firms to colonize at the planet's equator, where the climate is tolerable for agriculture. The Quarians, seeking a homeworld of their own, petitioned the Citadel Council for the right to take over Akuna, but they had already settled a few 100,000 Quarians on the planet before approaching the Council. Seeing this occupation as an illegal act, the Council turned a deaf ear to Quarian pleas and gave the world to the Elcor, who could better withstand the high gravity of the world far better. The Quarians squatting on the planet were given one galactic standard month to leave, at which point their colonies would be bombarded. The junk left behind by the fleeing Quarians clogs up portions of the landscape to this day. Non-Elcor visitors to Akuna are advised to use personal or vehicular mass effect fields to lighten the pressure, as the surface gravity will otherwise cause health and mechanical problems. Colony founded in 2103, population of 221 million, capital of Belshadi, Elcor, Durawanafon. This is kind of screwed up. I mean, so it was discovered by the Quarians, but because they started settling it before they asked permission to settle it, having discovered it, they lost it to the Elcor. It may have been better for the Elcor, but it's crazy to me that they said they would bombard the colonies built by the Quarians. That's just screwed up. I mean, I know the Quarians screwed up by making the Geth and violating galactic law, but this is just wrong. Alright, I'll bring you back. Okay, so Akuna had 3,750 element 0, 11,084 iridium, 5,796 platinum, and 4,344 palladium. Alright. Let's see. Well, that, I think, temporarily has us done here in the Phoenix Massing. Again, we'll come back to the Typhon system eventually for that piece of DLC. It's a very interesting piece of DLC. Let me pick up some more fuel and probes. Okay. Now then, where to? Kaelston Rift. Okay, we were here for the Firewalker DLC. Looks like we got at least 2 more systems to go to. They'd see, actually no, it looks like 3 systems to go to, so to lava. We'll go to this one first. Okay, 4 planets. Start with the outermost one here.
Anomaly detected.
Titus, a desert of whitish potassium salts and reddish iron oxides. Titus is far enough away from its parent star to have a tolerable surface temperature. Though it has only a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and oxygen, it is still hospitable enough for criminals and the Terminus systems to use as a staging base. Turian patrols sometimes fly through the area, looking to preempt jailbreak attempts on Matrum's prisons. Travel advisory: unregistered starship traffic has been spotted in the vicinity of Titus. Civilian travel is not recommended. Okay. Let's find this anomaly.
Repeat, there's a piece of crap mech on this planet's surface. If you think you can get it to work, you're freaking...
I have found something.
Okay. Anomaly detected. Surface scans detected 1 Emir heavy mech signature matching an unknown, possibly pirate, registration. Mech appears to be disabled but broadcasting a looping message. Message does not appear to be a distress signal. Resource scans indicate large quantities of mineral resources available but obscured behind walls of dense stone. Okay. Well, let's finish scanning and then we will come back and go get that mech. Alright, so Titus had 2,507 iridium, 3,046 platinum, and 14,549 palladium. Alright, so let's land. Interesting colored sky there. Alright, there's the Emir mech.
I'm detecting a large supply of resources buried deep within the canyon walls. Heavy explosives will be required to excavate them.
Okay, well, we just picked up some power cells. What do we got here? Datapad. I paid Herrick good money for this useless heap of signal error. Detected serious caches of resources here on this planet, but memory leak detected. Alright, I said sure, the thing leaks fuel like a Volus after a mug of wrinkle, but I can deal with that. So I took off, laid out a trail of power cells leading from where I unloaded the mech to, bad package, please restart, so I could at least get the thing moving, and now, illegal fault detected, won't even move. Damn that swindling Elcor. So we actually met Herrick on, over on Omega, so that's interesting. Let's power this thing up. Piece of signal error. Restore memory. Okay. Oh. Alright. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I think he's gonna blast through that wall. Oh, maybe he needs that power cell we just picked up. I'm not sure about the use of machine gun in mining, but whoa!
Defense systems active.
I'm not sure about those physics, but whatever. What are you firing? Why are you firing at the ceiling? That doesn't seem like a good idea. What is... I think he's glitching, honestly. What are you firing at that for? Okay, yeah, he's definitely glitching. Looks like there's another power cell over here. Grab it. Maybe with this power cell he won't fire at random walls. You know, I would think that if I was looking to exploit a large amount of resources, I'd get some sort of automated drill, like one of these things, rather than, or I thought that was a drill. It looks like a drill, except for the pipe coming out the top. But instead, he decided to go ahead and get a combat mech to shoot through the walls. Is there going to be another core around here somewhere? Power's getting fairly low. Did I miss one? I really hope he's going the right way. Alright, let's find another power cell.
Incoming!
Oh, Varen. Okay. There's a power cell down there, it looks like. Unfortunately, I can't drop down that ledge to go around. A lot of weird equipment out here. Alright, let's grab these power cells. Get back on over to that mech. Here we go. Keep staring at something, I don't know what. I definitely don't remember doing this in the past. Whoa. What the? Got some interesting dance moves. Okay. It's just fun that he's now backwards walking. The most efficient way to get around. Okay, more power cells. Here we go. There we go. Okay, well this time he looked like he was cutting some sort of path, but... Oh. Whoa, okay. Well, this looks like what we were coming here for. 5,000 platinum, very nice. Okay, recovered a buried cache of resources and your mech unsalvageable. You don't say. 125 experience, 7,500 credits, and 5,000 platinum. Okay, let's see if there's an email.
Commander, Morden requests to see you.
Oh, he's probably got his loyalty mission ready to go.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember our talk? My work on genophage modification?
You stopped the Krogan adaptation to the genophage.
Part of a team. Scientists, all different types. Blood pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him. Safe. Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Bloodpack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Okay. Well, we will go to Tuchanka, but again, not in this video, so... Alright, I'm gonna take this opportunity to feed my fish.
Jack would like to talk with you, Commander.
And then we'll go talk to Jack. Alright, let's go find Jack. Down in her usual spot.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some super biotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't going to see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm gonna talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
We're not going to Prague yet in this video. We will go there eventually. Now, I'm not going to be surprised if we go back up there and Kelly tells us to go talk to Grunt, so we're going to go do that real quick, just preemptively.
Shepard.
I guess not.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Because with the other two, they started immediately with their conversation about their need to do their loyalty mission, so I guess we got a little bit of time with him. Okay. Emails? Nope, no email. Okay. So there's still 3 more planets here in the Talava system, so let's check out this one. Matrum. A small hot rock with few resources, Matrum is used by the Turian armed forces for its maximum security prison and interrogation centers. The temperatures are high enough to prevent any escape without an environmental suit, but low enough that construction of additional buildings will not be hindered. Over 500,000 prisoners are detained on Matrum, only a handful of which have ever managed even a temporary escape. A small supply economy and prefab habitats support the prison staff, who usually work for only 2-year tours of duty before they are rotated out to less stressful positions. Okay. I will bring you back. Alright, so Matrum had 16,058 Iridium, 8,610 Platinum, and 3,192 Palladium. Alright, definitely gonna have to go back to get more probes here in just a minute, but let's check this out. Cautious, home to the spectacular Infinity Caldera, Cautious is a young planet with extreme tectonic and volcanic activity. With 9 supervolcanoes that can throw out at least 1,000 cubic kilometers of dense rock equivalent each, Cautious's activity has put its atmosphere in a state of shroud. It will likely suffer from global dimming for at least the next 10 years. Though much of the surface is no more dangerous than many other inner ring planets, this extreme tectonic activity has given Cautious a bad reputation and discouraged all resource exploitation. Alright. Let's get to it. I'll bring you back. Alright, so Cautious had 11,484 iridium, 5,629 platinum, and 5,838 palladium. Let's see what we got left here. Idirus, a large rock planet orbiting an F-class star. Idirus is pummeled by radiation, heavy gravity, and tectonic activity. Its crust is mostly silicates and of little value. Travel is not advised. Okay. I'll bring you back. So Idirus had 5,749 iridium, 919 platinum, and 3,148 palladium. And so that completes the Talava system. Let's go get some more fuel and probes and head off to the Solveig system. Here we go. It's like 2 planets and a moon. Start with a gas giant out here. Thurvaldi. The hydrogen-helium gas giant Thurvaldi's refueling stations provide helium-3 for commercial spacecraft visiting the system. It has 9 known moons and many smaller bodies in its rings. Travel advisory. Recent attacks by pirates have targeted Thurvaldi's refueling stations. Authorities list their perpetrators as at large. Travel is not recommended. Alright. I'll bring you back. Alright, so Thurvaldi had 2,605 iridium, 3,159 platinum, 2,203 palladium. Okay, 2 more planets. Well, again, planet and moon. Surtur. Surtur is a small but dense desert planet close to its parent star. All but traces of its nitrogen carbon monoxide atmosphere have burned away, leaving it cooler than similar planets in other systems. Herbal mining has proved lucrative and it has developed significant deposits of beryllium and palladium. Okay. I'll bring you back. Alright, so Surtur had 1,661 iridium, 2,834 platinum, and 17,943 palladium. Okay. 1 more body in this system to investigate.
Anomaly detected.
Sinmara. Surtur's moon Sinmara has been used for many generations to monitor its parent star, Solveig. It has no atmosphere to interfere with solar observational equipment, which is critical at this juncture. The star recently showed signs of erupting prematurely into a red giant. In preparation for the day when the critical warning goes out, the extranet channel for Sinmara's research station is given top priority throughout the comm buoys in the system. The chances of such a signal being received over the sun's magnetic interference at that time is low, but relegating it to a lower channel proved politically untenable. Colony founded in 2044 with a population of 134, with the largest habitat being Trundholm. I like Trundholm as a name. Okay, let's find this thing.
Catastrophic solar radiation exposure probable.
Probe launched.
Magnetic shielding failure.
Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Planetary scans indicate that the Sinmara colony is vulnerable to its sun's hazardous solar flares. Malfunction detected in the colony's magnetic shield. Shield must be reactivated to avoid exposing colony to unstable solar activity and potential annihilation. Wow. Okay, well, we'll finish scanning and then we will land. Alright, so Sinmara had 13,144 iridium, 5,255 platinum, and 3,969 palladium. Okay, let's land. I've always remembered this one, just because it's such an interesting setting. Like, when I think of side missions in Mass Effect 2, this is one of the ones that I remember. So interestingly strange. We're on these like aerostat platforms high above the desert surface of this world, repairing their solar radiation protection. Let's see if there's anything to see we can pick up. Okay. Station Central Control Terminal bypass. Done. Okay, we can now head through here. Control switch. Looks like we gotta get the rest of these in line here. Shield generator, activate, no. Shield control, bypass, okay. Can't do anything with that yet. Cooling unit, activate. Okay, so the cooling's on. Now I think we may be good at this. Nope. Let's go to shield control. Okay, maybe back to the switch then. Oh, right, that's what I'm doing here. Okay. You can see how it lights up the different lines here. There we go. Okay. Shield control. Look at that star. Shield cannot be activated because the generator's offline. Okay. There we go. Shield generator. Shield generator working at full capacity. Good. Now then, again with the control switch. There we go. Shield control bypass. Okay. There we go. Their magnetic defenses are back online. Restore the magnetic shield, keeping Sinmara colonies safe from catastrophic solar activity. Credit reward transferred from Sinmara colonists. We got 125 experience and 7,500 credits. Okay, let's see if we got an email.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
We do. Let's see. It could happen to you! From Elko's mail routing. A Drell lay in the ocean, dying from Keprel syndrome, and had a dream. In his dream, the Enkindlers came to him and charted the course of his life. The Drell saw the waves and eddies, and saw that sometimes the Enkindlers swam alongside him, limbs raking the water, while other times he was alone. The Drell saw that the times that he was alone were the hardest in his life. He asked the Enkindlers, "Why is this one abandoned?" The Enkindlers answered, their light shining brightly. "You were never abandoned. In those difficult times in your life, it was our bodies that bore you through the water." The Drell awoke and found his Keprel syndrome cured. If you follow the light of the Enkindlers, it can happen to you. Where the Enkindlers go, we shall follow, and where their light is the sun, we shall be the stars around them. Send this message to 6 beings of your acquaintance, and your greatest wish shall come true. We just got a chain email. The Hanar think that the Protheans are their gods, and they call them the Enkindlers. Concerns regarding the Keepers. From Chorban. I hope this address still works. I promise to send you intel on the Keepers if I found anything, and this is important. See those scans you took? It turns out the Keepers are bioengineered, and based on my comparisons to some of the material from Saren's flagship Sovereign, they were engineered millions of years ago by the same people who made Sovereign. You may not understand how important this is, but it suggests that the Citadel wasn't really made by the Protheans. It may have been made by something far older, and with the Keepers as organic guardians. And what's more, based on my genetic readings, they're supposed to react to something, some signal, or something, about every 50,000 years. You can measure genetic variances. It's a bit like comparing rings on a tree to see the drought years. Whoever did this, well, around the last time this signal went off would be around the same time the Protheans disappeared, and it's scheduled to go off sometime around now. If any of the old tech still works, they could have some nasty surprises waiting for us. Just thought you'd want to know. Nobody here on the Citadel will listen to me. Chorban. Yes, and he literally just uncovered what the Protheans uncovered when they were going extinct. So, Chorban, if Sovereign hadn't tried to seize the Citadel, if we hadn't come along, Chorban would have been the raving prophet on the street corner screaming about the coming of the Reapers. Let's mark that as red. Okay. Anything else, Kelly?
I don't know what to feel about Grunt.
Okay.
My psych reports refer Oak here. We have no guarantees that Grunt is mentally stable. I get the feeling he just doesn't care about anything, including who lives or dies.
Seems accurate.
Is there anything I should know?
Grunt seems very anxious, pacing down in the cargo hold. You might want to check in on him.
Sounds
Anything
like a
else,
plan.
Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Sounds like he's ready for his loyalty mission. Here we are.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know.
Huh.
See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Pure Krogan probably starts more aggressive than most. I'm not seeing this as a particularly big shift.
Doesn't matter if it's normal. I'm not. I'm not used to this This noise. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
Don't know if I can help, Grunt. Sounds like we need one of your kind to look into this.
Most off-world Krogan are warriors. Doctors don't leave the homeworld to Junka. I won't ask you to go there. I will control this.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Okay. So we now have 2 missions that take us to Tuchanka. I think we have a loyalty mission for everyone but Garrus now. And unless she says something, I think we're good. Okay, we're done in this system. So let's go back, get some more fuel and probes, and then head off to the ICER system. Okay. Crossing the Kaelston Rift for the last time. Well, other than when we go back to Balor. Or if I have to get more probes, we'll just have to see. And I'm probably going to have to go get... Yep, we're definitely going to have to go get more probes. Oh, Lord, this is a lot of planets in this system. Okay, here we go. Gas giant out here. Or not. Looked like one. Temgauda. The outermost planet of the ICER system, Temgauda is remote and largely unexplored. Its carbon dioxide atmosphere has long since frozen into fields of dry ice. Okay, I will bring you back. Alright, so Temgauda had 3,070 iridium, 4,488 platinum, and 13,332 palladium. Okay, next innermost one is this one up here. There we go. Shear. A remote rock planet capped in ice, Shear has been exploited by Arvunian corporations for its minerals. Home to gold veins which are used in spaceship shielding as well as jewelry, and cobalt used in high-tensile alloys, Shear shows no signs of being exhausted anytime soon. A light gravity helps keep the planetary exploration process cheap. Okay. I'll bring you back. Alright, so Shear had 11,762 iridium, 5,567 platinum, and 7,705 palladium. Okay, up next, this guy right here. Alformus. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Alformus had its helium-3 refueling stations destroyed in an attack by Grow Zero, an anti-population terrorist group that wanted no more immigration to Arvuna. A consortium of Arvuna-based corporations are currently rebuilding the stations. Alliance Advisory. Alformus is not considered vital to the stability of the ICER system. Civilians working on the helium-3 platforms should not expect Alliance military intervention in the case of kidnapping or other violence. Let's start scanning. I'll bring you back. Alright, Alformus had 1,880 iridium, 2,972 platinum, and 3,392 palladium. That one out of the way, let's get to the next planet, which is... what? There's probably something in the asteroid belt, isn't there? Well, I don't see anything just yet, so let's head over to this green one. Drannon. A sizable hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant just on the far side of its pale yellow star's frost line, Drannon is known for its spectacular storms. At least 3 persistent observable spots, actually cyclonic and anticyclonic storms, have lasted over 544 years, significantly longer than Jupiter's Great Red Spot. The largest of these spots, the Ishna, has consistently held at a diameter of over 3 times that of Earth. Drannon has 44 moons. 2 of them are of special interest to the Citadel Committee on Habitable Worlds. The first, Arvuna, is a life-bearing world that has already been colonized. The second, Alaya, is slowly being terraformed into an ammonia-based world for Volus populations. Let's scan this thing. I'll bring you back. Okay, and Drannon had 3,049 iridium, 1,903 platinum, and 3,231 palladium. Alright. Let's see what's next here. Oh, that little bug. There we go. Okay. Yep. No, that's the next one in. Here we go. Shasu. Shasu is a dwarf planet that is believed to have been ejected from Agnan during a giant impact with another planet-sized body. At the time, Agnan had a magma ocean covering much of its surface, and the liquid rock sprayed into space where it coalesced and cooled over millions of years. The theory is that during cooling, Shasu first orbited Agnan, but was eventually pulled from that orbit by the gravity wells of other planets, primarily Dranon. Today, Shasu is relatively temperate, with a light hydrogen and helium atmosphere, attracting spacers who use its atmosphere to refuel. Its crust composition is similar to Agnan, evident in its high sulfur content. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's see. Oh, I'll bring you back. Okay, Shasu had 11,484 iridium, 5,725 platinum, and 3,972 palladium. Okay. One more planet to go. Agnan, a hothouse planet. Agnan's scorching clouds of methane and sulfur dioxide give the planet a pale green color and visible light. The sulfur dioxide from volcanic activity rains down as sulfuric acid in the upper atmosphere, but this is boiled away before the liquid ever reaches the surface. Agnan's harsh environment has prevented exploration by anything except probes. Okay, I'll bring you back. Alright, so Agnan had 13,389 iridium, 3,965 platinum, and 4,868 palladium. And that finishes the ICER system, and that actually finishes up the overall Kaelston Rift nebula cluster, whatever the hell you want to call it. So let's finish up buying some fuel, some probes, and make another jump. Here we go. And the next place we're going to is right here, Hawking Etta. Okay, we've already finished Chandiskar and Ver. We are going to go to both Schwarzschild and Century. Let's go to Schwarzschild first. Okay, big system. Wow. Okay, so it looks like we got 4 planets. Let's start with the outermost one here. Riali. Riali is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is notable because none of its moons is larger than 12 kilometers in diameter, a rare trait among the charted gas giants of the galaxy. I will bring you back. Alright, so Riali had 3,127 iridium, 2,811 platinum, and 2,303 palladium. Not much in the way of anything there. On to the next one, this purple one. Lenosa. Lenosa is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is surrounded by several thin rings of debris. Analysis of this debris has been difficult due to its extreme age and fragility, but several apparently nano-manufactured materials have been identified. The leading theory is that the inhabitants of Edimus mined the atmosphere for helium-3. I'll bring you back. Lenosa had 3,857 iridium, 4,512 platinum, and 3,511 palladium. Up next, what do we got? This one right here. This little brown one. Edimus. Edimus is a super-terrestrial world a third larger than Earth. It is in the post-garden state that clearly shows signs of attack from space. While now waterless, the shores of former oceans show patterns of cratering too regular to be anything but saturation bombardment by dreadnought-class kinetic weapons. Although it is unclear how, most of the atmosphere has been lost. Archaeologists have found little of note. It appears that all settled regions were touched by the global bombardment. The few relics found suggest an advanced spacefaring culture thrived on the planet sometime between 20 and 40 million years ago. The level of antiquity makes it impossible to estimate the world's former population or guess whether it was the race's homeworld or a colony. So yeah, this is another world that seems like it was destroyed by the Reapers. I will bring you back. Alright, so Atamis had 6,594 element 0, 4,781 iridium, 6,016 platinum, and 5,915 palladium. Okay, one planet to go in this system. Adahil. A typical Venusian greenhouse world, Adahil is only of note for several scattered craters. Though flattened by millions of years of high pressure, the marks of orbital bombardment strikes are unmistakable. It is generally accepted among academics that whoever hailed from or settled Schwarzschild's second planet Edimus must have had outposts on Adahil as well. So again, another planet that looks like it was destroyed by the Reapers. I'll bring you back. Alright, Adahil had 13,469 iridium, 3,302 platinum, and 4,434 palladium. that does it for Schwarzschild. Let's get back and buy some more probes and fuel, and then head off to the Sentry system. Now this is one of the few systems that we went to in Mass Effect 1. So it'll be interesting to see if the descriptions are all that different. Of course, there's no way I'm going to really remember. Thoropto. Thoropto is a typical ice gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in its atmosphere. It has over 100 moons and an extensive ring system composed of pulverized rock, presumably the debris of shattered moons. I will bring you back. Okay, Thoropto had 1,608 iridium, 3,844 platinum, and 2,917 palladium. On to the next planet, which is the green one. Kentra. I think we landed here last time. A terrestrial world of average size, Kentra's atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of calcium. Aside from some spectacular formations of water ice at the poles, the planet has little to recommend it. Maybe not. Anyway, I will scan this and I'll bring you back. Kentra had 4,464 iridium, 2,754 platinum, and 14,325 palladium. On to the next world. Klindigan. Klindigan is an arid terrestrial slightly larger than Earth, but with a lower density that reflects its relative lack of heavier elements. The crust is composed of tin and aluminum, with wide deserts of dust-fine sand that are easily stirred by the wind. Klindigan's most striking feature is the Great Rift Valley that stretches across its southern hemisphere. What is most fascinating about the rift is that it does not appear to be natural. The geological record suggests that it is the result of a glancing blow by a mass accelerator round of unimaginable destructive power. This occurred some 37 million years ago. That is actually going to come up in this game, the Klindigan Rift Valley. Now, I feel like I remember in Mass Effect 1 we landed on a moon of Klindigan, but anyway. I will scan this and I'll bring you back. Alright, so Klindigan has 6,660 iridium, 3,962 platinum, and 10,242 palladium. Again, that will come up again later. The planet will. Tamahera. Tamahera has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is icy and composed of sodium oxide with deposits of calcium. It contains a few unremarkable metals, but mainly consists of rock. The presence of canyons and floodplains indicates that liquid water once existed, suggesting Tamahera had a thicker insulating atmosphere in the past. Alright, I will bring you back. Alright, so Tamahera had 5,194 iridium, 5,499 platinum, and 12,514 palladium. Okay, so that means that we are now finished here in the Sentry system, in the Hawking Eta cluster, nebula, whatever. So we're going to go back to Chandrasekhar, or Chandrasekhar.
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
Refuel, reprobe, and we're off to the final nebula. And that is the Eagle Nebula, where we recruited Grunt. Okay, like I said, we've already finished this first system here. Well, I didn't actually say that, but we came here for Grunt, and we finished this first system when we got here. So we got a few other systems to go to, though. We actually have 3 other systems, and that's going to do it for us. Let's go to Strabo first. Okay, looks like 1, maybe 2, if there's one hidden somewhere here in the asteroid belt, we'll see. Entagar. Charted by the Solarian mining expedition that went off course due to a computer error, Entagar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty rings. Okay, I will scan this and I'll bring you back. Alright, Entagar had 2,741 iridium, 3,776 platinum, and 2,439 palladium. Okay, not much of anything to expend 10 probes on. So we're gonna go pick up some more probes and we'll head up to Malgus. So I think I said there were 3 other systems we're going to. It's actually 3 other systems now. So many planets in this video. Okay, let's go to the outermost one here. Flet. Uninhabitable by most species, Flet is home to the Bloodpack's Vorta training and breeding grounds. The thick atmosphere is nearly all nitrogen and lacks oxygen, which poses no hazard to the Vorcha. Needing little but imports of food and water, Vorcha mercenaries and mercenaries-to-be train religiously to overpower and kill whomever the company is at war with at the time. Travel advisory. Flet spaceports are wholly owned subsidiaries of the Bloodpack Mercenary Company, a company undergoing numerous criminal investigations for capital crimes. Civilian traffic to Flet is strongly discouraged. Let's get scanning here. I'll bring you back. Okay, so Flet had 6,145 iridium, 4,467 platinum, and 11,510 palladium. Okay. Let's see, 2 more planets here. Let's go to the next outermost one. Rill. A planet only a Vorcha could love, Rill is notable for its near-miss climate, punishing heat, and a thin, toxic methane-ethane atmosphere. Its surface is dotted with Krogan and Vorcha habitats, eking out a meager living off the planet's tin and copper deposits and killing anyone who cuts into their profits. Travel advisory. Krogan can survive in the heat with the use of a breathing mask. All other species require environmental suits to avoid heat exhaustion and burns. Liquid water can be found in large lakes on the surface. This can be used for thermoregulation, but it is not potable without processing. Alliance Bulletin. Large-scale gang warfare is a regular occurrence on Rill. Civilian travel is not advised. Okay. A lot of Vorcha in this system. Let's get scanning. I'll bring you back. Okay, so Rill had 1,803 iridium, 4,199 platinum, and 13,805 palladium. A lot of palladium in this system. I'm going to create a full... I actually am keeping a full spreadsheet of all the resources I'm finding. So I'm going to make a video where it's like, hey, if you need palladium, go to these places. If you need element 0, go to these places. If you need platinum, and so on and so forth. Uzan. Named for one of the many Krogan gods of vengeance. Yeah, I guess there would be many. Uzan is a gas giant close enough to its orange sun that none of its moons are considered habitable. Its composition is largely hydrogen and methane, with traces of xenon that the Krogan collect for use in ion drives. Uzan is well within the frost line where gas giants usually do not form, leading astronomers to believe that its orbit used to be further out from the star. If so, this would indicate a seriously unstable orbit, and the planet may plunge into its star within a few million years. Typically what they say with this is that they assume it's an extrasolar capture, so that's interesting that they think this one was sent in from the outer system. Anyway, let's start scanning, and I will bring you back. Okay, so Uzan had 3,553 iridium, 2,411 platinum, and 4,290 palladium. Alright, and that finishes up the Malgus system. We need to go buy more probes and fuel, and we will head on up to the Amon system. This is worrying me that when we first started this place out, we were at 20% complete. We now have finished 2 more systems, and we're only at 40% complete. That means there are more planets in these remaining 2 systems than we've covered in the first 3. Okay, let's see. We got just 4 planets here, so that means that Relic is going to have a lot of planets. Let's start out here. Bast. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We're talking Egyptian gods here. Bast and its moons served as the Eclipse mercenaries' fallback position after their defeat on Neith. Once they'd gathered their strength, they'd laid a false position to the Nehesset consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nehesset lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. Okay, let's get scanning and I'll bring you back. Alright, so Bast had 3,122 iridium, 2,683 platinum, and 2,643 palladium. Next up, probably another world named after an Egyptian god. Here we go.
I have detected an anomaly.
Neith. I don't know if that is an Egyptian god or not. Neith. Cold and dry, Neith has a thin nitrogen atmosphere with vast salt flats at its equator, where it's warm enough for liquid water to pool during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural processes. During the Anhur rebellions, Neith was a staging ground for Eclipse ships and was the site of their first defeat when enemy Nehesset surprised and routed them with superior force. Some wreckage of this battle can still be found on the planet today. Oh, interesting. Alright, I'll bring you back. Oh, actually, no. Let's check out the anomaly.
Translation error. Status of system operator is not known. General distress. Beacon process interrupted. Translation.
I have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter. Configuration unknown. Damage to the ship catastrophic, detecting movement but no signs of organic life. Well, that sounds like we've got some wreckage there from some bots. Okay, well, I will finish scanning and I'll bring you back. Alright, so Neath has 4,138 iridium, 5,374 platinum, and 11,974 palladium. Okay, and up to the next planet, which, let's see what it is. Oh, there's another one closest to the star. I didn't even see that one initially. Another gas giant. Anhur, a garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians, Anhur was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Oppositions to the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system and the other, primarily Batarian faction called the Nehesit, sought to keep the slaves they had. The Anhur rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nehesit had significant advantages in ships, labor, and weaponry, forcing the Anhur militias to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Anhur today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, save for the reconstruction industry. Population 208 million, colony founded in 2165, capital New Thebes. Okay. I'll bring you back. Okay, so Anhur had 7,275 element 0, 4,883 iridium, 11,044 platinum, and 5,254 palladium. Okay, so I also looked it up, because I was actually wondering, and first of all, one thing to say real quick, we will be going back to Neath to investigate the shipwreck, but that'll be in a minute once we finish scanning the rest of these planets. Neath was apparently like the progenitor goddess of the Egyptian faith, creator of the universe and all that. Anhur was one of the gods of war, as far as I can tell. So, anyway, here we go. Sobek. A hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, Sobek's low-G moons were the sites of many Batarian labor camps during the Anhur rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked mass effect fields to keep gravity at habitable levels. The widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left this for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics and criminal employees, found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on Sobek's moons, Heket, out of nostalgia as much as a business strategy. Okay. I will bring you back. Sobek has 1,048 iridium, 3,055 platinum, and 2,551 palladium. Sobek was, I had actually thought this was the case, looked it up, he's that crocodile god, seems to be a god of the Nile. Okay, and now onto the last planet here. Sekhmet. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered Alman's system within the last billion years, Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Anhur rebellions. When the Eclipse mercenary company sought to capture the refueling stations to deny the rebel supplies, a fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high water mark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's L5 Lagrange point. Interesting. I'll bring you back. Okay, so Sekhmet had 5,500 element 0, 3,998 iridium, 3,007 platinum, and 2,882 palladium. And Sekhmet was the goddess of healing. Okay. Alright, with all the planets scanned, let's go to Neath and investigate this shipwreck. Man, this thing must have happened very recently. That is an interesting phenomenon back there. What is that exactly?
A sandstorm is approaching from the northwest. Proceed with caution.
Oh crap, I remember this one. This becomes quite a fight. Okay, we got a systems status report. Oh wow, a lot of stuff here. Engineering, status compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. Navigation, status critical. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Sensors. Sensor status compromised. Short-range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. Live support compromised. Live support returning to safe levels. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Shields status normal. Shields holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. Not sure that that's still accurate. VI network compromised. Combat potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Communications compromised. Damage to communications array critical. Activating distress beacon. Okay. If I remember correctly, this is a chain of missions involving a bunch of infected VIs coming off of a single location. Refined platinum, 580. That's a strange number to get out of that. We'll probably find some more containers around here that'll bring that up to a normal number. By normal number, I mean, generally speaking, a multiple of 100. There's definitely stuff back there. I want to see if there's any more platinum along this route. Okay, navigator's log.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline, and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Okay. I was expecting some sort of conclusion to that, but anyway, anything over here? Yes, refined platinum. 440. Okay. So again, kind of an odd number. We'll likely find at least one more container of that. Yeah, I think oh, that's power cells up there. Shipping manifest. Let's check this out. Reflective mech armor X6378. 11 crates of reflective mech armor. Source Jerahi Station. Yep, if I remember correctly, that is where the issue is. ERCS facility is the destination. Loki mechs. 180 Loki mechs from the Hane Kedar Experimental Mechs Division. Destination ERCS facility. 1 Amir mech. Hane Kedar Experimental Mechs Division to the ERCS facility. Okay, so we're going to face those mechs here in just a minute. Let's see if there's any more platinum before we advance this mission. Okay, here's some power cells. Apparently I was already full up on that. I don't see more platinum just yet. Security report.
Dren, we've got a problem in the cargo bay. Marcus says the mechs in the containers are activating and self-destructing. Go check it out.
Go check out the exploding room, okay? Just come back, tell me how things are going down there. Alright, here we go. Signal transmitter. Deactivate. Escape to the shuttle.
Powering up at your location. Recommend immediate destruction.
Need to use disruptor ammo because I'm going to be facing mechs here. Let's keep moving up. How did I miss this med kit before? Was this here? Okay. Evacuation order. Did I look at that before? I'm not sure I did. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the arthropods immediately. This is not a drill.
Okay. Let's keep getting out of here.
Activity has reduced visibility to 90%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
I'd say that... Okay, reduced it to 90%. I was thinking that it said reduced it by 90%. Okay, let's take the shield down. And let's go ahead and use the black hole gun to take care of some of these lower level infantry guys. Shield, or not shield, cloak. There we go. Now then, back to the sniper. Take out that shield. Armor's almost gone. There we go. Okay.
Eyes ahead!
get some more ammo.
Firing an impact shot.
Because we're still gonna find a few more before we get back to the actual ship itself. But the pistol should actually work for that too. Except for at this range, apparently. Jeez, I was nearly just killed by one of those little things. That would have been embarrassing. Here we go.
Come on over.
Down. Let's keep moving. I must have missed that last bit of platinum. Is it maybe back here behind the shuttle or something? Yep, there we go. Okay, 560, we're good.
Time to go.
I'm thinking that's probably it. Found no survivors in MSV Corsica wreckage. Deactivated distress beacon. Okay. 125 experience, 3750 credits, and 1580 platinum. I must have missed some more platinum out there. Okay, let's see, any more emails?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I figured. Let's see. MSV Corsica, last known docking coordinates. From Edie. Information acquired. Location coordinates, Jerhy Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Okay, so we're in Department Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica at the Jerhy Station in the Strabo System. I think we need to go back to the Strabo. I think we have already been to the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard the Corsica can be found aboard Jerhy Station. Okay, anything else? I don't see anything. I'm gonna go feed my fish.
Commander, I think you'll want to talk to Garrus.
Okay, I think Garrus now has his loyalty mission.
The commander's put together an impressive team. I've never worked with so many aliens before.
They're a small army. We might just pull this mission off.
This means that by the end of this video, we will have all of the loyalty missions for all existing crew members.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonus, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, name's Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonus was seen with him.
What happened? How did Sidonus betray your team?
He tipped off the mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
He's probably a little bit feeling betrayed that he had to tell us that again after we already had a whole conversation about it.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Okay. Alright, back to the galaxy map.
No messages for you, Commander.
Okay. The Amen system is complete. Let's go buy some more probes and fuel, and we'll head out to... Should we go to Strabo? Maybe to finish up a system we'd already finished. Alright, here we go. Jerhy Station. Site intel retrieved. Location coordinates, Jerhy Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of the merchant freighter MSV Corsica as the Jerhy Station in the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard the Corsica can be found aboard Jerhy Station. Interesting looking station. And there's a lot of dead scientists inside. Generally, that's not a good sign. That's weird. I guess we were on the shuttle, so that makes some sense. They were still scanning when we got in here. PDA. Dr. Galland, at my suggestion we have cut power to all systems, saved critical life support, in hopes that disabling these systems will deny the VI the resources she needs to kill us. This is a temporary solution. We cannot last this out on our own, Dr. Taliesin. Let's see. Nothing else in here, except for a bunch of dead scientists. Let's see, what we got in here? Refined Iridium, 600 Iridium. Docking area power, restore
Docking
power.
area power restored.
More refined Iridium.
Intruders are requested to report to the cargo doors for immediate removal from station.
Well, we're not going to do that.
Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area.
Okay. Power outage detected in the station. Mainframe is locked out for security purposes. PDA. Dr. Galwind, my firm belief is that the VI is paranoid about the possibility of infection. Its current homicidal behavior is likely out of the inflated desire to keep us from shutting it down. I believe that the VI is malfunctioning and that it believes our equipment to be infected by a virus. If we continue to try to shut her down, she will keep trying to destroy us. Maybe our only recourse is just to do nothing and convince her that we're not a threat. Dr. Taliesin. Well, she seems to have killed them anyway. This seems like the actions of an AI, not a VI, but I could be wrong. Okay, we got another PDA. Attention all docks personnel. We are experiencing a shipment of mech parts from the Hane Kedar facility on Capek, Haskins, Titan Nebula. Make sure that the VI knows to accept a docking request from the MSV Corsica. Kennings. Okay. What? Okay. Did I just tell it to do that? I don't remember telling it to do that. Medkit. Let's see. Is that... No, the PDA is out there. Okay. Living quarters power.
Living area power restored.
Alright, it's a little
Living area
logic game
doors
here.
have been closed. 2 doors enabled. All doors disabled. 2 doors enabled. 3 doors enabled. 1 door enabled. 3 doors enabled.
I basically just do this until I get it.
All doors disabled. 2 doors enabled. 5 doors enabled.
There you go. Not sure if that was actually like a code that I just accidentally entered. Regardless. Personal locker. 525 credits. 750 credits. 375 credits. That seems to be it for this room. Trying to put my guns away. It's been so long. There we go.
I think we got them all.
Yeah, me too.
All intruders intentionally violating quarantine are requested to exit the station immediately.
Well, that's not going to happen. Oh, there's a door over here too. I think that's the last one? I can't remember. It's been several years since I've been to this facility. Okay, refined Iridium. Another 400 more. 600. Restore the research lab
Research
power.
area power restored.
So that locks that door.
Beam engaged. Testing area has been locked down according to reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned.
You'll see why I'm doing this here in just a second.
Reflective
See how that
armor
works.
prototype repositioned. Testing area has been unlocked.
There we go.
All personnel take this opportunity to leave the station immediately.
It's all about mirrors and pass-throughs. Redirecting the beam. Okay, here we go.
Plasma venting in progress. Attempting to reach the maintenance controls will most likely result in serious injury or death.
Personal locker with 1,350 credits. Another personal locker with 750 credits. Here's a PDA. Kennings, I'm positive the trouble with our VI started after the Corsica docked with us. Taliesin is looking into the VI itself. In the meantime, I need you to go through the logs and find out everything that was on that ship, Dr. Galwind. Okay. Oh. Gotta avoid this, because I think it'll kill us. Let's run. Oh.
I've lost shield.
Yeah, that's not great. Oh. Okay, so I think... Okay. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh, you know what, you guys, I don't really need you guys for this. I'll bring you back when we finish this.
All attempts to decontaminate station have failed. Require more power to escalate defenses. Maintenance area power restored.
Okay. There we go, see, they're back. If I'd brought them back, they could have just killed themselves again, so no point in that. Plus, I would have wasted some metagel with just that one. With this, I think that we have all the power that we need to access the mainframe. Here we go.
Hub area power restored. Central mainframe access granted. Docked vessel detected. Attempting to upload central programming into docked vessel's mainframe.
That's not going to happen. There's no way ED would allow that.
Detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately. I regret to inform you that all attempts to defend the station have failed. Shutting down security protocols.
Deactivated Jerry Station security protocols. Escape the station. Experience 125. Credits 7,500 and Iridium 2,000. Okay, emails, I'm sure.
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
Crap. Did I just trigger something by doing a few too many missions? Unread messages here. Source of the VI virus detected. From EDI, information received. Planet information, Capek. Haskins system, Titan Nebula. Data from the quarantined VI at Jerry Station indicates that a possible source of the VI virus outbreak is a Hanakidar facility on the planet Capek. Coordinates have been downloaded into the galaxy map. Okay. Well, this is frustrating because I wanted to finish up this last system here. But I got a feeling that if I try to interact with the galaxy map, it's just going to send me in to talk to the elusive man. Well, let's just see what happens.
Change of plans, Commander. Urgent message coming in from the elusive man. Patching him in through the comm room.
Damn it. If only there was some way we could get around this little bit of content. This is the Resolute Cartographer coming to you through the future. We're here, and we're going to take care of those last planets that we weren't able to go to because the elusive man came through. This is the future. Don't even ask me what happened in the last video. You'll find that out in the next video. We're going to leave behind this system. Do I have probes and fuel? Yes. Well, not all the fuel I need. Okay. And let's get back to the Hawking Edda. Oh, actually, no, that's not where we were we? We were in the Eagle Nebula. Don't question what the Reaper IFF is. We're not talking about that. There it is. On to Relic. Wow. Holy crap. No wonder this one takes up so much of the system, of the cluster's planets. Beach Thunder. Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized a story of miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorsha, who simply put on environmental suits and lace the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed goes, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Alright. I will scan this and I'll bring you back. Alright, so Beach Thunder had 18,848 Iridium, 5,991 Platinum, and 2,255 Palladium. Okay. We are going to have to make so many trips to get more probes. What do we got here? Nice and purple. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never return from here: undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes, and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be happenstance. Travel advisory. Due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores into Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. This is nuts. They haven't investigated this? Like, they're just like, oh yeah, that's a Bermuda Triangle thing. Just don't go there. What, they haven't sent like university teams and stuff and set up orbital platforms with like observation posts and stuff like that. It's just kind of nuts. Alright, I will scan this and I'll bring you back. Okay, so Praying Mouth had 6,150 element 0, 2,283 iridium, 3,166 platinum, and 3,664 palladium. Okay. On to the next world, which looks like it's... oh, it's right here. There's a little tiny one right here. Rough Tide. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm. Rough Tide was so named when large veins of palladium and platinum were struck and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their Drell enforcers clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept at a shaky peace since then. Okay. I will bring you back. Okay, so Rough Tide had 2,088 iridium, 12,638 platinum, and 6,787 palladium. Next up is this gas giant over here. Although I think we're missing a planet here somewhere. Island Wind. I love the names of all these planets. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off the archipelagos of Kajay in the evening. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. I'll bring you back. Okay, so Island Wind had 1,377 iridium, 3,489 platinum, and 1,688 palladium. Okay. Let's see here. I feel like there's gotta be more than just these 3 planets left. We'll find out soon enough, though. First Land. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. I'll bring you back. Okay, so First Land had 3,513 iridium, 2,123 platinum, and 2,183 palladium. Next up, let's see what is going on in the inner system here. Big planet. Fitful Current. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. So yeah, 3 times the gravity of Earth. Yeah, this thing's big. Yeah, it's a strange name. And along with that, it's strange that they think that for both First Land and Fitful Current were extrasolar captures. That's just kind of nuts, right? Anyway, I will bring you back. Okay, so Fitful Current had 16,425 iridium, 3,371 platinum, and 2,628 palladium. So let's leave this planet behind and go to the last one here. Murky Water. Despite the name, Murky Water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. Wow, no kidding! 19.5 times Earth's atmosphere, 4.5 times its gravity. Okay, let's see what we got here, and I will bring you back. Okay, so Murky Water had 6,580 iridium, 5,808 platinum, and 10,342 palladium. And that, I think, completes the relic system. It does indeed, which I believe also means that we are now done here in the Eagle Nebula. And yes, okay, so I've decided to add one more cluster to it. I know, you were hoping for more planets, and guess what? There are going to be more planets. So let's grab a little bit more fuel and a few more probes, and we're going to go finish up that whole AI virus thing that was going on up here in the Titan Nebula. Okay, looks like just 2 planets here. Not even 2 planets, a planet here, Capek and Haskins system.
Anomaly detected.
Baked in the fierce heat of a white sun, Kapek is a rocky, waterless world wrapped in a haze of hydrogen and ethane. Sulfur and iron give yellowish and blackish tinges to much of the planet's surface. No registered settlements appear on the records, though there are clearly metallic anomalies that indicate roofed structures. Okay. Let's find that anomaly.
The experimental mechanics facility is under quarantine. For your safety, do not dock with or land.
Something on our sensors.
Anomaly detected. Surface scan detects mech production facility matching the registration parameters of Hane Kedar Corporation. Facility reports emergency lockdown at this location. Personnel scans report no living beings detected. Hazard scans show a large number of virus-infected mechs quarantined within the facility. Deactivation of the primary production line controls should disrupt the creation of additional infected mechs. Let's scan it and land. Okay, so Kapek had 4,945 element 0, 17,165 iridium, 2,630 platinum, and 6,745 palladium. Alright, let's go ahead and land. Okay. Gotta enter this facility and shut down the infected production line. God, I love the look of this thing. This facility hidden down in this crevice down here. Uh-oh.
Here they come! Next, incoming!
One mean mother, huh?
Okay. Actually need to use disruptor ammo, which also gives it to everyone else because I got squad disruptor ammo, which would be really helpful because we're facing off against a bunch of synthetics. Okay, looks like we got a dead Asari. Looks like there's a, oh, yeah, a wall safe. I'll bypass that. Sounds like there's some shooting going on, but we got our 3750 credits. I don't know where that explosion just came from when I was bypassing that. Anyway, okay, a bunch of logs here. Attention, MX7552-4A OPU recall notice. Attention all personnel, our new circuit board supplier has issued an immediate recall for the MX7552-4A obedience processor, which has been found to cause systemic breakdown of associated components. We have begun the search for a new supplier. In the meantime, discontinue the use of the MX7552-4A until further notice. Dr. Rochelle, Director, Hane Kedar, Experimental Mechanics. No response. Gianna. Just FYI, we lost contact with the MSV Corsica. After you expressed concerns, I checked the logs, and indeed the mechs and parts they picked up contained the recalled OPUs. We know the Corsica was headed for the Jarahi system and the Strabo system, but we can't seem to contact them. I hope they're all okay, but I think we've done all we can at this point. Trez. Attention, emergency situation in progress. Dr. Talarasan. I'm getting reports of mechs coming off our production lines and assaulting workers. Some of them seem to be self-destructing at random. Even units not initially installed with the faulty OPUs are showing signs of viral infection. We're looking at a potential facility-wide catastrophe here. We are containing this as best we can, but we can't keep this. We're containing this as best we can, but we can't keep this suppressed much longer. When Dr. Rochelle learns about this, heads will roll. Mine will not be one of them. Chief Saunders, Security. Announcement, facility lockdown. Dr. Talarasan, Dr. Rochelle has ordered a complete lockdown. You are hereby ordered to seal the production line access corridor from the rest of the facility. I realize that doing this will seal me and any workers who remain inside with the malfunctioning mechs. This does not affect your orders. It has been an honor to work with you, Chief Saunders, Security. Wow. Giving their lives for the corporation. That's nuts. Medkit. I mean, I guess they're potentially protecting people outside as well, but clearly not, given that they broke out here.
Is there anyone else here?
Okay, datapad. Okay, let's get back to that once we are not being killed. Because I feel like there's going to be an attack, right? I mean, maybe not, but it really seems like there is. Okay, well, let's go ahead and read this. Dr. Talarasan located. Chief, we've located the Asari Dr. Talarasan in the production line access corridor. We've set up a barricade and disabled access to the rest of the corridor. Officer Gamble. Okay, so that was the Asari we saw in there. Proceed to objective. Chief, I secured Dr. Talarasan and am heading to the warehouse to access the production line control room. I'll update you once I'm in. A gamble. Warehouse breach. Chief, I'm in the warehouse. It seems pretty empty. Sir, I can see the control room just above the storage area. I might need a few minutes, but I'm pretty sure I can get that main production line shut down. Gamble. Okay, so it seems like maybe some folks came by here after the fact to try to help out. Let's keep moving. Okay, refined element 0. Whoa! 195 element 0. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Down you go.
Can't really see that one. I'm shooting at like an arm. Okay. There they are.
No shield.
And it's down. But they are exploding.
Powers have engaged.
Now you see me.
Nope, there's still another one. Oh, and there's another one. Do we just need to keep moving? Feels like they might just be infinitely spawning. Whoa! Down. Okay. Ooh. Crap. Okay, I guess we're pretty early into this little assault thing then. We've been spotted. Anybody back here? No.
Hostile forces have engaged. Warning, hostile force using non-standard ammunition.
Target down! Have a nice trip!
Excuse me. Requesting assistance. Rerouting power. Requesting assistance.
Forward.
Proximity warning.
Okay, I'm thinking disruptor ammo. Well, first of all, I can try sniper, I guess. So let's go disruptor ammo. And then as soon as I get the opportunity, we're going to go tactical cloak and just try to move through these guys and see if maybe this is something where they're spawning because we're not to a certain point yet. Maybe. Oh. Okay, well, if they were spawning, shouldn't be an issue anymore, I wouldn't think.
They're coming from the front.
There was one more. Okay, well, we just hit a checkpoint, it seems. Oh, there's some more EZO over there. Okay, another 175 EZO. Let's keep moving. Do I have any more ammo yet for the, nope, not yet. Okay. What's this? More EZO. Okay. Anything else down here? Nope. Let's keep going up. Okay, is this control room? Yeah, seems to be. Shut down the production line. Hacked. that's not a good sign. 5 seconds and we got that far? Wow, Shepard's a faster runner than I thought. That was very realistic. Shut down the Hana Kedar Experimental Mechanics Facilities production line on Capek. Deactivated all infected mechs. Okay. 125 experience, 7,500 credits, and 500 EZO. Okay, and that just completed all the little secondary missions, I think, that we had at the moment. Well, not all of them, but all the ones in all the systems that we had basically visited before, but we hadn't actually done everything in them yet. There's email. Let's check. Okay, nothing there. Alright, well, in the next video, we're going to go back into the past, and we're going to go ahead and, because remember, this is a message from the future. And we're going to go ahead and talk to the elusive man about where we're going. So, this has been the Resolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.